Hello, Disney fans! I've been wanting to do another song review for a bit, and I think this is the perfect time to review this song. One of my favorite songs of all time is This Is Me from The Greatest Showman. Technically, this is Disney since Greatest Showman is owned by Fox and Fox is owned by Disney, so I say it counts. This song has become an anthem for so many because it's about being who you are and about being proud of that person. And that applies to whatever makes someone different. Whether it's something physical, whether it's something, whether they're struggling with any kind of health issue, whether it's just them not being accepted for being the person that they are, whatever the case may be, there's nobody who can't relate to this song. And I liked the way it was described before it was performed at the Oscars that year.
This song is so much more than a piece of music. It has become an anthem for all of us who have ever had trouble marching to the beat that others drum for us. For all of us who have ever had to find strength and beauty in what makes us different, and then been brave enough to unapologetically sing it out to the world.
Now, a bit of background in case you haven't seen The Greatest Showman, and if you haven't, I highly recommend it. It's a fictionalized account of the life of P.T. Barnum. There is almost nothing that's accurate in it, but that's P.T. Barnum. Anything he showed was not real. As one of the lines of the opening song says, all that is real is left behind. So I think the real P.T. Barnum would have loved this. Now, at this point in the movie, which, by the way, if you love stage shows, it is soon to be a stage show, and if you've seen the movie, you know this is perfect to be adapted to the stage. But at this point in the story, Barnum has gotten the big head. He's famous, he's mingling with the wealthy, with royalty. Went to see Queen Victoria. That much was true. And he's leaving behind and forgetting all the people in his show. All the people that he would not have any success without. He's treating them like they're nothing. And they've had enough of it at this point in the story. And this song is sung by the incredible Keala Settle. And right from the opening lines, this is somebody who's dealt with pain in their life.
I am not a stranger to the dark. Hide away, they say, 'cause we don't want your broken parts.
The song goes further yet, where she tells how she doesn't believe she can be loved. The person she is unacceptable to society. And there are so many who feel that way. And that's one of the reasons, like I said, that this song is so relatable and so powerful. And she captures that beautifully here.
I learned to be ashamed of all my scars. Run away, they say, no one will love you as you are.
And yet, she still believes that there's a place for her and others like her in the world. And they aren't something that's ugly. They are beautiful. They're special. They're unique. And they deserve to be celebrated.
But I won't let them break me down to dust. I know that there's a place for us, for we are glorious.
This is a moment of strength. She's decided she's not going to listen to anybody who tells her she's not good enough anymore. She's going to just completely ignore all of that. Because she is no longer ashamed of who she is.
When the sharpest words wanna cut me down, I'm gonna send the blood, gonna drown them out. I am brave, I am bruised.
At this point in the movie, not only is she no longer afraid to be who she is, she actually starts to lead others in being who they are. And in the movie, we see the others follow her at this point. And this is one of my favorite parts of the song because it's just that they are not going to be afraid anymore to be who they've always been. They know that somebody, that person that they are, is not someone who deserves to have to hide all the time.
Look out, 'cause here I come. And I'm marching on to the beat I drum. I'm not scared to be seen. I make no apologies. This is me.
At this point in the movie, they walk into the party that the Barnum had been invited to that they clearly were not, and they decide, you know what, we're just gonna walk right into the room here because we deserve to be here too. Not only is the song great, but I love this moment in the movie, just seeing what they're doing. This is where Tom Thumb joins in, and we see that what got started with one character starts to grow through all of them, and it's amazing how you might not even know how you affect others by being yourself. Sometimes somebody who's struggling might see somebody else and say, you know what, they're being who they are. Maybe I can too. That's what makes this point in the song so great.
Another round of bullets against my skin. But fire away. 'Cause today I won't let this shit sink in.
So often, for anyone who's different, it feels like there's a wall that they can't climb and can't get through. It feels like there's obstacles that are just always going to be in the way. And the next lines in the song talk about getting rid of those, that they're just going to tear down those barriers. They're just going to break them because there's nothing that they can't do, and their differences are no longer going to hold them back from that. And they prove that by going into the streets and being who they are without any fear, any regrets.
We are bursting through the barricades, reaching for the sun. We are warriors. Yeah, that's what we become. I won't let them break me down. I know that there's a place for us. Oh, we are warriors.
In the movie, you see people in the streets telling them, go home, we don't want your kind, that kind of thing. And these are the same people who will go to see them in a show. The same people who reject them in their daily life need them for other purposes. Yet they won't let them be part of society. It takes courage to face people like that. And there's always going to be hateful people in the world, unfortunately. There's no avoiding that. I really wish that that was possible. And it takes so much courage for people to be who they actually are because there's always going to be someone who doesn't like who that person is. And in the end, you have to do like this song does and just say, this is me. I am who I am. Now, this video I knew from the start would be hard because of copyright. A lot of the lyrics are repeated, so for copyright protection purposes, I'm going to leave out the repetitive part. But there is one more part that I wanted to be sure to include. Everyone deserves to be loved, no matter what makes them different. And guess what? If nobody was different in any way, what kind of world would this be? Think how boring that would be. Everyone's different, in their own unique way. And that is definitely something to be celebrated. I hope that if you are struggling with what makes you different, that this video helps in some way. If you go to other performances of this song on YouTube, whether it's the original lyric video, whether it's covers, whether it's performances given at award shows or on talk shows, at talent contests, if you go and watch those videos, you'll find a lot of comments from people who heard this song and were deeply affected by it, and how it helped them to be who they are, to say, "This is me." And I hope that this song continues to do that for people. Music can be a powerful tool in overcoming a lot of things and bursting through a lot of barricades and reaching for the stars. So, to everyone watching, be proud to be who you are, take care, and until next time, remember the magic.